Welcome back to the We All One podcast. Today's episode is sponsored by Hygieia Cold Press.
For all of your sea moss gel and juice cleanse needs, visit hygieacoldpress.com and use our code WeOn1 at checkout to save 20% off your order.
It's that time of the year again.
It is back to school time.
Ooh. How are you feeling?
Freaking relieved because it felt like the longest summer ever, like having her here at home.
Dude, that was a long ass summer, dude.
It felt like a really long summer, but like at the same time, not long enough, if that makes sense.
Well, it feels like I'm back at school too because I gotta fucking wake up early as shit every single
freaking
morning
hate
again.
That. Why do we have to wake up for school and we're not even going to school?
When I was 8 years old, when I was Arya's age, my mom just let me get up on my own. Like, she never woke up.
Oh, really? I'm dead. I mean, well, my parents too, actually, because they had to go to work.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I guess we did have to wake up by ourselves. Honestly, our kids are just freaking lucky, I guess.
Dude, I gotta wake up like 25 minutes extra on top of what I already did because Arya needs to run into the bathroom, use her bathroom, because she has to do her hair. She's gotta do all this shit.
She has to put on her jewelry.
I'm like, dude, you're fucking 8. Like, nobody is, like, none of your friends are, like, putting on makeup and shit.
Yeah,
like, she
right?
doesn't put on makeup, but, like, she goes in there, she puts on her jewelry, she does her hair. She puts on
little clips in her hair.
Oh, my God.
And she's like, Dad, I need the bathroom. Hurry up.
Oh, my God. I just be trying to take my morning shit. Like, bro.
Now you can because your 25 minutes for that is to wake up earlier because like, you got to shower.
Like, dude, last night's dinner is just coming right through me. Like, you gotta chill.
You know what? I didn't think about that too. Like how our parents used to just leave us there.
Yeah. Well,
because a lot of parents, like, they start work at like 7:00.
Yeah.
And that's when the bus comes. So it's either like parents start really early, but then they don't even get out until 4. So you can't even get them after school anyway.
Yeah.
Or you start later. You start at 8:00 to get them on the bus or take them to school. But then you don't get out until like 5.
I only rode the bus for like a few years. But I'm saying like in elementary school when I was Arya's age, I actually took a bus. So that was like the only time that like my mom would actually like walk me to the bus stop and just like sit there and just like talk to the other moms and shit. But other than that, when I had to like walk to elementary school at like 9-10, I just wake up, shower, change, and then I just walk out. And like my mom was just like, all right, see you later.
Yeah, see, like I mean, yeah, my mom used to just, I didn't take the bus, so I would just have to walk there. But yeah, she never took us. I mean, I walk her to the bus. Yeah. I don't know what age you're supposed to stop walking to them, like walking them to the bus. But
I think like
she's real confident that she should be like by herself. She's like, you don't have to take me anywhere. Like I can just walk by myself.
I think like at 9 or 10.
9 or 10.
Yeah, I think that's kind of like.
It's but I don't know because I get so scared. Like I get scared of like all this stuff on the news, like of like kids getting kidnapped and like people like predators. Like
not my mom,
dude. Not our parents.
She's like, I hope you get kidnapped, motherfucker. I'm sick of tired feeding your fat ass.
Who's gonna want you, right?
For real.
No, see, like I'm scared of like, you know, like they say like predators, like they watch like your everyday routine and stuff. So I don't know. I'm just scared of things like that. So I don't know.
To think about like the time that like we grew up in, because like, dude, that shit was like, we were talking about that the other day, how like we would literally leave school at like, it was me at like the age of 10 and then my little brother at 8, and we would literally walk like a whole mile after school at like 3. Mm-hmm. But then it's like, you also have to remember, like, we're walking in a big ass group of little kids.
Yeah.
And there was teachers and shit like that and like cross guards, but like for the most part, it's like you're on your own like the last 5 or 10 minutes of your walk.
Yeah,
and at any moment, somebody can just pull up and be like, "You want a piece of candy?"
Yeah. No, I mean, do you remember back then too? Like those big group of like friends walking and stuff. It was always a fight.
Fucking gang members.
It was always a fight out there, so we shouldn't have been walking, to be honest.
For real. Well, that was like in middle school. Yeah. That wasn't that. No,
that was definitely in elementary.
Yeah, that was like 6th grade.
Yeah, 6th grade was wildin' back then.
We were different.
Yeah.
I don't know what these Gen Zers are doing.
Yeah. Another thing too, like that I was scared of. I think I've said it before too. Like when school starts back up, like I just get really scared, like to send her back to school. And we've talked about it too because of how like anxious I get.
Yeah.
But I get like super scared to send her back, like because of school shootings. Yeah. Like I get so anxious, I get so depressed, like thinking about it. Like once it hits August, I'm like just like so depressed, like, oh my God, I don't want to send her back because I'm just like so scared.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's just so messed up. Like as a mom, like I shouldn't have to feel that way. Like they go to school to learn, to like meet friends and like have fun. And I shouldn't have to feel scared like to send her back to school, you know?
I agree. It's just, it fucking sucks that just like the time that she's growing up in.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, we had school shooting fucking, like the classroom drills and shit.
Mm-hmm.
We had that too, but it just wasn't as like, it was serious, but it was also not like a thing that you would really think about.
Yeah.
Like,
and like now, like when she'll tell us like, oh, we had like our school drills today, and like my heart kind of drops, and like right away I'm like, I get anxious, and I'm like, okay, but did you pay attention? Like, are you sure you know what to do, like in this case? And like I just get so like anxious.
And then Aria would just be like,
yeah, mom, like,
I guess,
like she, and then like I don't want to scare her either, right? Because I don't want to be like, no, you need to like pay attention, like you need to know what to do. Like I don't want to scare her, but
you kind of have not scare her, but like you kind of have to make her like take it serious.
Yeah,
like be like, hey, this is a serious thing.
Mm-hmm.
We knock on wood, this never happens and shit. But you just got to be prepared for all possibilities, especially in like the world that we live in right now.
Yeah. I mean, this year I think I did way better. Yeah. Last year was like really, really bad for me. Last year I literally almost didn't send her to school. But this year I felt better.
I mean, what were you gonna do? Homeschool her?
Not me, but I definitely looked into somebody else homeschooling.
No, I think it's just like last year we were also coming off of like a pandemic and shit like that. So it's like, or like, was it like last year, 2 years ago, her first grade year was coming off of a pandemic, or second grade. And you kind of just have to like, there was just a lot going on in the world. Mm-hmm. So anxiety and stress levels were already over like 100.
Yeah. Yeah. This year I did better though. Back to school shopping was so different this year. Like her style, I think I said it too, like her style started to change. Mm-hmm. It was this year. It was like a couple months ago, maybe like February or March. Her style started to change. Like she's still girly, but she doesn't like super, super girly things. Like she used to only want to ever wear dresses. Like she wanted to wear dresses every single day, like even in the winter, and she does not wear dresses anymore. And so like back to school shopping, like, I was looking and I'm like, pick something for your first day of school. And I'm like looking in the dresses and she said, I'm not going to wear a dress this year. Like, I'm not going to wear a dress. And I was like, like, what do you mean you're not going to wear a dress? And like her style is just like completely different. Like,
I know she wants to wear like fucking ripped jeans and like band tees.
You know what? When I first got into ripped jeans, my grandma used to think like that my parents weren't buying us clothes, that we were just wearing like old jeans, and like they were getting ripped because of like how like the
Did she try to sew them?
Yes, she tried to sew them. Like she would tell me like, take off your jeans, I'm gonna fix them. And then other times like my grandpa would be like, take off those jeans, we're gonna go to the store, we're gonna buy you new ones. Like no, I'm gonna make sure like you don't have rips in your jeans at school. like my grandparents, it's because like back then, like for them, like you were wearing ripped jeans like
because you were poor.
Yeah. And so they did not like us wearing ripped jeans, and they do not like Arya wearing ripped jeans either. Like they've seen her and they're like,
I pull up in like my super ripped jeans, they just look at me and then just start laughing. I'm like, that meant that you were poor when you were
like my grandparents are always making fun of us when we're wearing like ripped jeans. And like with Arya, because she just got into them, they're always telling her like, no, why are you wearing ripped jeans? Like, let's go buy you some new ones with no rips. It is so funny. I try to let her like wear her own style. I let her express herself. And last year she had like the pink strips in her hair, but she changed them to blue. And I was like, at first, like, first of all, it's like a lot to maintain, like color in your hair. I have to maintain my own color, and now I have to maintain hers. So I was trying to convince her, like, to get rid of the color, to be honest. But she was like, no. Like, now that I have color, like, I don't want to stop. And, like, she changed the color to blue.
Yeah. Like, she dressed to do, like, this, like, punk rock look.
Yeah.
Like, she wants to be, like, a punk rocker. Like, she wants to be, like, super edgy and, like...
Yes, she wants to be super edgy. You know what?
Like,
I'm gonna let her.
We get in the car and she's like, why don't you put on hip-hop? And I'm like, what are you talking about? Like,
Yeah.
you know, she's like, yeah, put on rap music. I'm just like, all right, I'm sorry. I don't know. Like, I don't even know what to say. I was just like, all right, I'm sorry.
Sorry, thug.
All right,
We'll put it on right now for you. Yeah.
Let me put on Chief Keef for you right now.
Did your parents let you express yourself and wear whatever you wanted?
I mean, I did it anyways.
Well, someone had to take you to buy it, right?
Nah, I mean, yeah, I guess. I mean, you already know how I used to get my clothes back in the day. So, I mean, yeah, I guess. Like, my mom would, like, buy me shirts and shit like that. And for the most part, like, I would, like, sag my pants. So, like, she would give me, like, fitted jeans, and I would just sag them. So they looked kind of weird because they still looked fitted and shit like that. They still looked skinny. I remember everybody wearing, like, really baggy jeans, and I wore, like, fitted jeans, but they were, like, slightly I was actually ahead of the curve.
Do you remember the rubber bands on the bottom of the pants?
Yeah, I know. Like, my legs, they cut circulation in my ankles.
Why the hell were we doing that?
I have permanent, like the way my leg is shaped, it, like, goes down like a little turkey leg. Because there's, like, that, like, little bulge of, like, where, like, the fucking rubber bands. I used to wear, like, 8 rubber bands on each side.
Why were we doing that? Like, that used to cut my circulation, too.
That was so stupid.
That was the dumbest trend.
If I can go back and I remember, like, the one time that I did it, I felt like I felt so edgy. I felt like Arya, like, when I finally was like, oh, everybody's wearing rubber bands. I'm not wearing rubber bands anymore.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, I'm edgy.
That is so funny. My parents, they did not let me, like, wear, like, what I wanted and stuff. So I honestly don't remember, like, I'm sure, like, one of the parents back then used to, you, like, dropped us off at the mall. There was this one time, okay, because, okay, like, my mom and then my friends' moms used to take turns, like, dropping us off at the mall, at the movies, stuff like that, right?
Yeah.
And there was this one time, I remember we were in 8th grade, where one of the moms dropped us off at the mall, and I went into the Rockaware store that they had at the mall.
The outlet.
And yeah,
I lived at the Echo.
Oh yeah, they had that one too. You know what?
I'm gonna bring that back. I'm gonna start looking at Echo, like, on eBay and shit like that. I'm gonna just start rocking old shit again. Fuck them.
I think they were pretty close to each other, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so I went into the Rockaware store, and I used to go into Echo too. And I had bought, like, it was like a spaghetti strap top. And I was so freaking excited for this shirt, and my parents never let me wear it though. Like, they never let me wear. Was, like, it
the black one with, like, the gold with the gold fucking Rockaware letters on it?
I had that one too.
That everybody wore. Unless you guys all share that same fucking shirt.
We all took turns wearing that same shirt. No, we low-key did always share our clothes, but no, the shirt that I'm talking about, it was black, red, and white, and it had, like, Rockaware, like, on the top. Dude, I was so freaking excited to buy that shirt. My parents didn't let me wear, like, Rockaware, Echo, Baby Fat, and, like, everybody used to wear those brands, so that's why I really wanted to wear them. And so I, like, you know, one day I went to the mall and I bought the shirt, like, on my own, and then I took it home and I hid it. And then it was the day of our, like, 8th grade dance. Oh, no, it wasn't 8th grade. It was 7th grade. It was a 7th grade dance, because I remember the schools were, like, still combined back then. So it was, like, super packed. It was a day of 7th grade dance. So we were, like, 13, right?
Yeah.
We were, like, 13. And I'm, like, at home and I'm getting ready for it. And I didn't expect my dad to get home early that day. Like, I thought that, because, like, back then, like, the school dances, like, you know, you go home after school and then you come back, like, what, like, an hour later or
like
something?
Like at 5:36.
Yeah, and so I didn't expect my dad to get home before then, because usually he didn't. But it was a Friday, so I think he got out early.
Yeah.
And he gets home and I'm already wearing the shirt, and he was pissed. And he was like, where the hell did you get that shirt? And I, like, froze, and I was just like I bought it. And, like, he got so freaking mad, and he was like, you're not gonna wear that shirt. Like, he was just so mad. Like, I don't know why they didn't let me wear those brands, but they did it. And I, like, took it off, and I was like, okay, like, I'm sorry, like, I'll change or whatever. He got so mad. He took away my shirt, threw it in the backyard, and he put it in, like, we have, like, this fire pit in the back, back at the old house, and he threw it in the fire pit. And he's like, you're not gonna wear it anymore. My dad, dramatic as hell.
That's excessive.
He's excessive.
That's excessive.
He is so dramatic.
Like, I think to me, if like Aria were to come home and she was wearing like something that I was just like, why the fuck are you wearing that? Like I don't know if I wouldn't burn it.
I don't think I would even throw it away.
I would.
Because
I would throw it away. I'd be like, dude, you're not walking out the house looking like that. Like
I don't think I would throw it away. I think I would donate it because why are you gonna throw away, clothes and like good clothes? And it was a brand new shirt and he burnt it.
No, I don't think my parents ever burned my clothes because they bought them.
My dad was super, super strict.
But like what they did do was like they would just talk shit about it. They're like, dude, you look
Make fun of you?
Yeah, they would be like, you look stupid. You look like you shit your pants.
I think I'd rather take that than burning my brand new shirt.
You look like you took. And then my mom, like, my dad was kind of he wouldn't like he didn't understand because like if you guys know my dad's like an old school like cowboy, like he dresses like a cowboy. So like he walks around and he just be like he just looks at me and just kind of gives you that like look of disappointment. Yeah, and then he'll like throw me a whole bag of rubber bands. He'd be like, "Here's a bag of rubber bands you asked for." Dead. Because I remember I used to call him like, "Hey, can you buy me like the 100 pack of rubber bands?" And he'd be like, "Why the fuck do you need 100 rubber bands?" I was like, "You're about to find out, sir. You're about to find out."
to cut my circulation. That's what's for.
Well, let you know I'm one of the flyest niggas out there right now with these rubber bands.
Yeah. I don't know. My dad was super strict. Yeah. I mean, at the day, like it was not funny. Like I was like crying. Like I was so sad.
You were traumatized.
Yeah, I was like, oh my god, I'm never gonna do it again. Like I was like, damn, he burned my clothes. I did get to go to the dance, but I did not get to wear that shirt. Obviously. I had to change.
I don't even remember what I used to wear.
It's funny as hell now because like, and every time too, like I'd be bringing up like all these times like my dad was just so dramatic and me and him just be laughing about it and he'd be like, no, it's because you used to test me and like you pushed my limits. Mm-hmm. I really did, but...
Because like, he's a lot different now.
Yeah,
he's a lot different now.
Because with his grandkids, like he is like, oh, grandpa of the year.
Aria be wearing like those little shorts that are like halfway up above her knee and shit like that, and like little tutus, and he's just like, you look so pretty.
Yeah, he's like, oh my god, you look so beautiful.
And then he looks at you like, get away from me.
Yeah.
Like, you disgust me.
He is not the like. Yeah, I swear. I mean, they say that, right? Like you're not the same to your grandkids as you were to your kids. Like, yeah, my dad was super freaking strict, and then with like his grandkids, like he'd be telling us like, oh, just let them do what they want, or he'd be taking Aria and he's like, yeah, let's go buy you whatever you want. Like,
dude, when I hear my mom talk to like our kids and like my brother's kid, I'm just like, dude, you're not real. Like, this is not the same person.
Yeah,
like this person is not the same person who fucking raised me, because like you just see like the complete
when we were at her house, there was this one time where Axel was just asking for like ice cream after ice cream after ice cream. And we were like, no. Like, we told him, like we cut him off at, like, 2. And then your mom was like, why not? He's at my house. And, like, she was just like, come on, Axel. And she gives him, like, 5 more.
Just a funny side story about that before we get back on track. Like, when they ran out of ice cream, and she went to, like, 5 different stores.
Find that same
because
one.
He wanted a specific ice cream. He's like, no, I want this one. Like this one. And then she would like call me and be like, here, show him the phone. Is this the one that you want? I'm just like, dude, you literally just tell me like, if I'm not going to eat dinner, I'm going to eat shit. Like that's literally, she's like, if you don't eat shit.
No, there's no more, sorry.
She'll be like, literally eat shit.
Yeah.
I'm just like, this person's not real, dude.
And we kept telling her like, oh my god, it's fine, like he doesn't need anything. And she's like, no, he does. And
I'm thinking it's her. Then I just hear my dad in the background. Well, just tell him we'll go to this store right now. So just tell him we're gonna go to this one. And I'm just like, okay.
Yeah, that is so funny. Oh my god. And then like her first day of school, when she got home, she was so exhausted, and I think it's because like her body just isn't used to like being at school, right?
Yeah.
Like because she was home all summer. And there was that first day of school, she came home, she was so exhausted, like she ate and then she knocks out. Like, and the way she knocked out was so freaking funny. She like just like, plumped herself, like laid herself out on the couch. And I like sent you like a snap of it.
And I replied, I'm like, ¿Están drogas?
Yes.
¿Están drogas? Dude, because I used to do that shit all the time whenever I would get home from school. Well, I think the reason why is because I would stay up till like 3 a.m. and then I'd go to school.
Me too.
But I would come home and I would just knock out from like 4:30 to like 8 p.m. And then I just hear my mom talking shit about me like, ¿Crees que están drogas?
Yes, my dad used to say the same thing. Then, like he would get mad because I was tired.
Yeah. And I'm just like, nah, I'm not doing drugs, bro. I stayed up to 3 o'clock in the morning, dude. Like, I'm fucking tired. And I just went through 8 hours of school.
Every single time I would get home from school, I would knock out. And then my dad would get home and then he would go in the room and he would be like, why the hell are you so tired? Get up, blah, blah, blah. Like, he would be so mad. And I'm like, bro, you're mad at me because I'm tired? He's like, you're probably on drugs. Sir, I'm 10.
Dude, I don't know. I was like 14 somewhere. You know, like, but I was like, dude, like, I'm just tired. And she's like, no, you're on drugs. And I'm going to call the police and I'm going to call your school and tell them that you're coming home and you're falling asleep. I was like, dude, you could have sworn I was fucking smuggling drugs into the house. Like, chill.
My parents used to do that. I'm going to call your teachers and ask them, like, why you're so tired. I'm like, call them, ask them. Like, I don't know.
Fuck.
That is
Maybe
so
they'll let me sleep in their class. This place is so chaotic.
Maybe my teachers will give me a nap. I don't know.
You signed up as headroom parent again?
Oh my god, I did.
But not by accident. This time you wanted to be head parent. You just like being stressed.
I did it voluntarily. So I went to like the meet and greet and stuff. I knew you were gonna bring that up. I went to the meet and greet and there was like time segments, right, where you can go. And I went during like the middle one and I saw like the sign up sheet and it was blank. And I was like, oh man, like nobody signed up, you know, and like, and then like I told the teacher, I was like, oh, you'll probably get some signups like later on tonight, right? Like the last time segment. And she's like, no, actually, like we might not get a sign up because she said everybody ended up going and like went to the first segment and she's like, yeah, there's only like 3 kids left that haven't came to like the meet and greet. And she's like, so we might not get like a sign up. And then I feel like she kind of said it like kind of like, if you're interested, sign up, you know. And then like then I looked at Arya and I was like, oh man. And then Arya was like, oh, well, I guess my class just won't have a headroom parent this year. At least she kind of guilted me into it. And then I felt bad.
I would have been like, yeah, you're right. Life is hard. We're about to walk out right now.
Because like, okay, if you think about it, like if they don't get a headroom parent, then that means like the teacher would have to do everything, right? I feel like these teachers, like they just have like a lot of on their plate as it is. So I don't know. I mean, I've done it already once, so at least I already know how to do it, right? I already know like
maybe it won't be as stressful.
Yeah, hopefully it won't be as stressful. I got like the organization part down from last year, so I don't know. Yeah. I just like to be fucking stressed, honestly. I just like to be overwhelmed.
You do.
I do.
You do. And I don't know why you do that because I'm just sitting here just like, I'm not.
I know. We came home. Me and Arya come home from meet and greet, and she's like, "Dad, like, Mom signed up for headroom parent again." And you looked at me like, "What the hell?"
I was like, "So you just didn't fucking learn your lesson? Like, you just want to just keep stressing out?"
At first, you were like again, like by accident or what? I'm like, "No, on freaking purpose this time." Yeah. I don't know why I did it. I don't know. Hopefully, it'll be fine.
Yeah.
Hopefully, it'll be fine.
Well, I doubt it because you like being stressed.
Yeah.
So we've been rewatching the Jersey Shore.
Oh my god,
dude.
Well, I've always watched Jersey Shore, but you stopped watching.
Yeah, so like a couple months ago, when was it? Like I think like I don't know, spring. We like rewatched all of the Jersey Shore like from beginning to end. And then they have obviously like they moved on and now they're like have new shows called like Jersey Shore Family Vacations. And dude, this new season, this has just been chaotic. Like it's just been speaking of chaos and just people's lives and shit.
I think they maybe like lost viewers like in the past and stuff.
Well, I mean, shit happens. People, I mean, it's gonna happen, you know.
Okay. I am so freaking happy because Sammie is back. Oh my god, I love Sammie.
The sweetest bitch you'll ever know.
She was always my favorite. Yeah. Always.
I'm waiting for my boy to come back. My favorite.
Ron,
dude. Ron is fucking.
Love Ron too.
I love Ron, dude. He's fucking hilarious.
I get it. He like made some mistakes and stuff, and that's why like he got kicked off and like has to take his time to.
If you go back to like the original series, like him and Sam literally. Or they should have. I don't know how they were not the highest paid people in that fucking show. Because man, that guy was just content gold.
Sammie might be.
She might be now, yeah. But like he was content gold.
I know for a fact they had to offer her like a crazy amount of money for her to finally come back like 10 years later.
Yeah,
that's so like fucking crazy.
She came back, and then Angelina came back, and then like they had two completely ways.
No, Angelina came back first.
Okay.
She came back first. She came back, I think, like the first season of Family Vacation. So it's already been a couple years. Um, her return. It was so funny though because Angelina like was the one riding with like Sammie on the car right there, right? And then Angelina,
they're like hyping each other up and shit like that. Like
yeah,
like
but
if she says something,
she was like hoping that they were going to give Sammie a hard time for returning because they gave Angelina a really hard time when she returned. And it was just so funny because when Sammie gets there, everybody is like open arms, like everybody's crying of joy, like so excited to see her. Yeah, and then you see Angelina's face and she's like, what the hell?
The whole time she's just like, what the fuck?
Like, what the hell? Like, I got some fucking shit. They trying to fight her.
She was like the SpongeBob made the ooga booga. She's like, all this shit's
trying
happening
to fight her like when she came back. So it was so fucking funny, like the difference. I felt for her though, like
Angelina.
Yeah, that's actually kind of sad.
That's like your new favorite.
I actually love Angelina. Yeah, I mean, I do think she's like dramatic, but I love her.
Dramatic as hell.
She's funny as hell. I just feel like she's so real.
Yeah,
and like she doesn't hide anything.
That's true. And like I guess like if you want to like be liked or like you want people to like relate to you, kind of have to be real. You have to be real. You got to be able to
be open.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then like it starts off, Sammie comes back and then like the first thing they do is like everybody's like laying out their issues with each other.
Yeah.
And then like her and Snooki
she got straight to it. I was actually surprised. I didn't think she was gonna like go straight to it. Like, all right, let's talk about our issues. Let's talk about why we all stopped talking. But she got straight to it.
She was like, look, I think you're fake for this. I think you're
That's
this.
why she was always one of my favorites.
And then like she went at Snooki at first.
Yeah, you know what? Okay, her reason for being mad at Snooki was, so Sammie got her shore store first, okay? Yeah. Snooki already had two, but not on the boardwalk.
On the Jersey Shore boardwalk.
Yeah, so Sammie was the one who got it on the boardwalk first, but then I guess like Snooki opened up her third store and it was on the boardwalk.
Yeah.
So she got upset with her over that. And
she's like, are you selling bikinis? Because I'm selling bikinis. And she's like,
I'm freaking dead.
She's like, dude, I'm on the boardwalk. Of course I'm selling bikinis. Like,
no, it was so freaking funny though, because like it was just like the way they were going back and forth, like, no, well, you were doing this, you were doing that. And it's so funny because it's like y'all are fighting about stores.
No, but like what I loved is like halfway through this this was like, you could tell this was a legit like fight and this wasn't scripted, because like halfway through, like you can kind of see Sam's face just like, oh, now that I'm saying this out loud and I'm saying this to you.
Yeah.
I might have overreacted.
Yeah.
Like, have you guys ever been into like an argument with your spouse or like Belinda or like
whenever
anyone?
I'm fighting with you and then I'm like, just like not making sense.
I'm just like,
I low-key never say it like, you're right. Like, but in my head, I'm like, fuck.
Like, this makes no fucking sense. I'm just like, okay. But like, so she's like sitting there telling her like listing things off. Mm-hmm. And Snooki's like, okay.
But like, why can't we have? But like,
why can't both of us be there? Like, why can't we do this? Why can't we do that? I do
not think that Sammie like meant to come off like weird like that, because when she said it, I was like, what? Like, what? That's why she's mad at her. Like, that's why she stopped talking to her. Like, I just feel like, you guys are both friends, and it should never be like a comparison type of thing.
It's always that thing where like you get one person's side of the story, and then like it makes complete sense because like you have that one-sided story, but then when the other one comes, they're like, this doesn't make any fucking sense. Like, I think that you guys can both coexist.
The way that I kind of thought about it too was like, Sammie could have felt like, oh, Snooki did this on purpose. She put her store on the boardwalk so that she could get more business. And like, Sammie only had just that one store. Yeah. So I feel like she probably thought like Snooki was being like malicious about it. Yeah. But I truly don't think she was. I mean, she already had the other two stores, and like it just made sense to put a store on the boardwalk.
But like that also kind of does make sense to what like Sammie was saying. She's like, dude, you're already established. I'm not. Like, I'm out here like, just trying to establish myself. Why are you coming where I'm at? But like, I don't know, like you said, like if you say it out loud, it sounds dumb. If you guys
are friends, like you should know, like nobody's being malicious or anything like that. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, at least they were able to fix that. And like for Dina, I feel like she had a valid reason.
They just stopped talking out of nowhere, I guess.
Well, Dina started, like, she stopped talking to her like out of nowhere, and it was around the time when they started filming like the first season of Family Vacation. So I get it. She was probably like, what the heck? Like, why did she stop talking to me?
Yeah. But
probably like, because she's filming again.
But Dina also said that was like, No, I don't think, but like I think Dina's reason for like not being able to get back to her is main sense. Like she's like, dude, I had babies, I got married, I moved into a home, I started doing shit. Like I got busy. Life happens, and it's like, you know, I don't know if we talked about it before, but like, you know, you don't have to you don't hit your friends up every single day. Like you just kind of know, like, hey, we're friends. Like I don't talk to my friends every day, but like I know that like if I need something, I can just always reach out. But like some people are just more needy than others, and maybe Sam was just kind of like, hey, like. I want to make sure we're okay. Let's talk every day or every other day. And Dina's like, dude, I got kids. I'm on the move.
See, okay, I understood it 50-50 because I understood where she was coming from because she was probably like sad, like, oh, you know, they're all filming. I decided not to film this time.
So they're probably like, whatever.
Yeah, so they're probably done with me because I don't want to film. Yeah. That's how I understood it from her.
Which makes sense on why she felt that way.
I understood 100% because I'm a wife, I'm a mom, like I'm a full-time working mom. So, I mean, there's a lot of times where I literally don't talk to my friends for a really long time. Yeah. Like, but at the same time, I feel like my friends know, like, you know, I don't have to talk to you every single day. I don't have to see you like every single week or like every month or whatever. Like for me to know, like me and my friends are solid. We are fine. Like I know that if they really, really need me, they're going to like
call you,
reach me
reach
and
out
like,
to you.
Yeah, tell me like, hey, okay, I know you're going, you know, your mom life, but I really, really need you. Yeah. And they know like, if it gets to that point, okay, like, you know, I'm gonna
and I'm also there. Like whenever like it happens to you, like and you've been like that with me too. Like whenever one of my friends who like really needs me and shit like that, I'll be like, all right, go ahead. Like I'll stay back with the kids and you know go ahead and take care of what you gotta take care of. But I mean, don't forget that I'm still here.
Yeah, no, but then there's a lot of people too where they're just like extra needy where they don't feel like that. They feel like, oh, you need to be checking up on them. Yeah. You need to be seeing them 24/7.
I just won't talk to you.
You need to talk to them. Like, I'm sorry. I can't do that. Like, I can't. Like, I got 1,000 fucking things going on. Like,
I think that's where like men and women relationships differ because men aren't like that. Like, at least
you've never had any like male friend?
I've had one like that, but he was a lot younger than me. Okay. He was a few years younger than me, and I just had to let him know, like, hey, bro, like, I'm married.
He wasn't, like, on the mature level.
We weren't on, like, the same maturity level, but I was kind of just trying to help him get through some shit, like, you know, with some advice and shit like that, because I was, like, 4 years older than him, so I was just kind of giving him, like, hey, bro, like, you know, shit's gonna be all right. I remember when I was 19, shit didn't feel like I was on the right path, but... You know, he kind of understood though. I was like, hey, look, bro, like I'm not trying to be an asshole, but you know, I got my own shit going on. I got my own problems I got to deal with, and sometimes you know you have to, you know, be respectful of that shit. You know?
Yeah, and then I feel like too, like my friends who are moms and they're married and stuff, they 100% get it. Like, we have to literally schedule like months in advance for us to hang out. Yeah. Because it's just how busy life honestly is. And especially like busy. With school, with sports, like, bro, I don't have time to sit here and like talk to you all freaking day. I don't have time to, you know, like see you every day and stuff like that. So I get it.
Like a lot of my friends,
I get Dina's part of it. I get her part of it. But I mean, when it turns out to like years, like where you haven't reached back out, like that's a little different, you know? I think
like the longest I've gone where like someone's hit me up and like I didn't get back to them right away, I think it's been like a day. And I'd like hit them back like and I apologize. I'm like, yo, my bad, bro. Like I was really, you know.
No, me, I always respond like I always tell my friends like mentally I responded to this because I saw it and mentally I responded in my head like, I got to reply saying this, but I just physically didn't get there yet.
That's why you guys don't get red receipts from me.
I
only one person gets red receipts from me, and that's my wife. Everybody else, y'all don't get red. You don't get red receipts.
Nobody gets red receipts.
My wife gets red receipts, so she knows that I saw it, and that way she knows okay. And like it's the same way back and forth. There's only one person who has my location. That's my wife, and that's it. Like everybody else, like, hey, bro, I love you. I'll hit you back when I can.
I do not like red receipts.
Nah, because I feel like that's even more rude.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah,
maybe.
Yeah, because there's some very sensitive people.
I'd rather be left undelivered than on red.
Me too.
Yeah, because dude, you leave me on red, bro. I'll pull it up on you. Be like, oh, what's up, doggy? You just gonna ignore me, pussy?
Oh, I'm freaking dead.
Don't leave me on fucking red.
Yeah, I would. I don't have red receipts for sure. Because I'm gonna lose friendships. I'm just kidding.
That pumpkin's probably hidden right now.
Okay, what did you think about? Okay, like there's still ongoing beef between Angelina and JWoww because they actually still at this point. So we've watched episodes 1 through 4. So this is like 1 through 4 recap. Oh no, was it 1 through 5? I don't remember how many. I'm not sure. Maybe 1 through 4.
It was
1 through 4.
Yeah, it was 1 through 4.
I don't remember. This is just a little recap of the past.
We're up to date.
So we're up to date as of right now.
Whenever episode this drops,
then a new one will come out.
Then that new Jersey Shore episode is gonna come out, and they're literally gonna be like right there.
Yeah, they're gonna be at the point where they're
so finally. So you can literally listen to this and then watch this week's episode of Jersey Shore, and you're caught up.
Yeah,
legit.
Or not? Okay, so they still have this ongoing beef about the freaking engagement.
Okay. We did talk about this. We talked about this. Yeah, okay. We did talk about this.
Because I had to catch David all up on all the tea because he was like, why are they fighting? Like, I don't get it. And then we had to show him, like, I had to show him, like, the scene of the engagement. Yeah. And he's like, what? Like, this is it? And then I had to show him the scene, like, the other scenes of all the other times they've been fighting.
I had to, like, literally go back, like, maybe a season or two from, like, her wedding.
Oh, yeah. Oh.
From the speech at the wedding. And then kind of like follow up.
Because they're always fighting. Yeah. They're always fighting. But I'm going to be very honest. Okay. I love Angelina, but she is dramatic as hell sometimes.
Yeah, she does have to be. Like, there's always...
I think she's very, very sensitive. Like, and I'm very sensitive, yeah.
She's like you. Like, you just... There's always has to be a problem. If there isn't a problem. But, okay, so then... I don't know what... Okay, so they got mad because JWoww has made some comments because, she was proposed to at Vinny's birthday by Vinny 2.0.
Yes.
So her fiance.
First of all, that's fucking weird.
Her fiance is like Vinny it has the same name as Vinny, so they call him Vinny 2.0. And he proposed. So he goes up, he says his really nice speech and shit like that. And like I listened to his speech and I'm like, yo, he looks like a good guy. He actually might be a little bit too good for Angelina, but that's neither here or there. But so then he proposes, she says yes, and then it instantly goes into like JWoww saying like, when did you know that you wanted to marry her? When did you know that she was the one? When did you get the ring? How long have you guys known each other? All these like really like questions.
I mean, they were just questions.
Yeah, but like,
and she didn't say it. Like, okay, I watched it a couple times.
But
like,
that's probably because that's how you would have said those questions. That's probably why you feel that way.
No, like she just asked like in a normal tone. Like she literally asked like, you know, how long have you guys known each other? Or like. Because, okay, there's the thing is that they had barely met the guy the night before.
Okay, so
they had no idea, like, how long they had been dating or anything. Yeah. She just brought him and was like, oh, this is my new boyfriend.
Yeah, so, like, that part was very misleading to me. Because I was under the same impression, like, oh, you've only been dating him for, like, a week or, like, 2 weeks or, like, 2 days?
I mean, I think it was, like, 2 months.
Yeah, so, but like, when you said 2 months, I was like...
and then again, I don't feel like
that makes
there's
a little
time frame, like...
But 2 days?
No, I'm saying like 2 months. Like
I think that's good.
I mean,
you can get to know someone in 2 months.
Yeah, I mean,
if you guys are hanging out every single day, you're gonna find like the only way you're gonna know if you want to marry someone, at least in my opinion, is like spend a lot of time with them. Mm-hmm. And if like after 3 months you still want, or like at bare minimum at least like 3 months, if you still want to be with them, like if you still like, I've seen, you know, we've hung out, we've have sleepovers and all this shit, and you still want to like be with that person. I mean, yeah.
I mean,
you don't think that?
I mean, you married me. You asked me to marry you on Facebook, like within 10 minutes of talking to me. So I guess, right?
Oh my god, that was like completely different.
Anyway, I don't know. So I don't think like JY was being malicious. I honestly don't think she was being a hater, like how Angelina said. No. I mean, Angelina's still my favorite.
But I think Angelina was just in a position where like she felt like she was being attacked because of all the emotion that was going on.
Because she felt like all of that, like, okay, she's the type to, like, once something upsets her, she's upset. Her. Yeah, it controls her. And she's so upset, like, for the rest of whatever until she figures it out. Like, so she was upset the entire night of her engagement, just talking about it and talking about how JY was being malicious. Yeah. The same way she was upset when she got married. And then it ruined, like, her wedding night.
So, at her wedding... I mean,
the prior one.
Her first wedding, JWoww, Snooki, and Dita did a speech, and they were pretty much just like, it was like a joke. So, like they were calling her a dirty little hamster, making fun of her. I
didn't think that making fun of her,
making fun of her like period blood and all this shit. Because if you guys watch the original series, like there was like a whole bunch of shit that like went on, in like season 2. But the best man made the same jokes, and she wasn't upset. Mm-hmm. But
I mean, his wasn't as.
He literally said he's like we got a matching tattoo of a little dirty hamster shitting with period blood.
Yeah, but I just didn't feel like his was as bad as theirs. I don't know.
Yeah, but like
I think that I don't think that they should have said the last part of their speech where they were saying like you're the lice to my hair, like the but I don't to my island.
See, to like me that's not bad.
I don't know.
Like, I guess it just
I don't
depends.
feel like I think that those are like jokes that you say in your friend circle to each other, but I don't think that's something that you say at a wedding.
I think they could have stopped at like the lice in my hair. Like they could have all got like those. They could have all got like one little like
no, they
like
did.
Joke.
They each said one.
No, but they kept going though. They all kept going.
Yeah, I didn't feel like they should have said those at all.
I don't know.
I don't know. I just don't feel like that's appropriate. Like at a wedding,
she stormed out of her wedding and was like, "I gotta leave. We gotta leave right now." And her husband's just like, "Dude,
it's her wedding. Like
it's our wedding. You can't redo this night. Like there were jokes. Let it go. Like." You know, if it really bothers you, go talk to them like, hey.
I think they spent like a year not talking because of that speech.
I think if she would have went up to them like a day after. I mean,
I would be upset because that speech is on camera. It's on TV. Like, it's everywhere.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I get it. Like, I understood why she was upset that time. I'm not going to lie. But for the engagement, I don't feel like it was that bad because okay, I'm gonna be super excited when my friends get engaged. I'm gonna ask their boyfriends or like their soon to be fiancés and stuff like, oh my god, when did you know? Like, when did you get the ring? Like, I'm gonna ask those same questions.
Your tone right now sounds a lot more loving than the way JWoww did it.
I think that she just has like a. That's just her tone.
So then when do you take accountability for that?
What do you mean?
Like, when did she be like, okay, maybe if she would have been like, but what if she's just like, all right, my bad. like maybe I did sound a little crazy.
I mean, she apologized. Yeah. She was just like, I'm sorry. Like if
it came off bad,
it came off bad. Yeah.
Then I feel like that should have been dropped. Then
it
shouldn't have been brought back up.
Oh my god, you freaking love the alien part, the alien prank. You freaking love that,
dude. I thought it was so fucking cool. So Paulie. So they got pranked last season. I didn't watch last season, so I had to like catch up on that shit too. But pretty much Dina had pranked the whole house with like a dead body in a pool to like kick off a game, right? It was they were kicking off a game, like a murder mystery game.
Yeah.
But they didn't know. So everybody walks in and all of a sudden production like rushes the pool and there's like
it's because in every season there's a prank. Yeah. Somebody does a prank. Okay.
There's like a fake EMTs and doing and like there's like a guy floating in a pool pretending to be like drowned, and they're doing CPR, and then eventually there's just like he died and blah blah blah.
And then they're like, okay, everybody, like please like continue, like just leave the scene and whatever. Yeah. And they all go to sit down at dinner, and then Dina's like, just kidding, it's a prank. Yeah. Like, welcome to Murder Mystery. Yeah. And everybody was so upset about it. Dude, I thought that was fucking hilarious.
Yeah. And
it's funny because like it came from Dina, like
like the last person you'd expect.
Yeah, the last person you would expect. That's why I thought it was so freaking funny. I didn't understand why everybody got so upset about it.
I didn't get it either because I mean, in the moment, I probably would have been like, "Yo, what the fuck?" Like my instinct would have been like, "We got to get out of here because I'm not getting blamed for this. Like, we got to go. Like, I don't know, don't touch anything. Let's just go." But this one was really cool. So I guess at the time this was going on with like everything was like the whole news was like, hey, the aliens in the backyard, there's going to be a mothership and all this bullshit. Like, aliens are going to invade us soon and they're doing all these things. Right. So Paulie, like Mike brings it up and then Paulie sees like, oh, everybody really, really believes in aliens. Like everyone really is like either terrified of these things or like believes in it in like some way, shape or form. I think it would be funny if we staged an invasion. So what he does is he calls a guy and he's like, hey, can we rent like, I don't know, like 100 drones and then make them like do like synchronized like flying and it looks like little patterns and all this shit and just really, really
See, that's why I feel like every single time people post these videos where they're like that they saw this, that they caught this on camera, I don't freaking believe it after I saw
You don't gotta believe it.
That episode where you can just call these companies to do all these things. But like that's why I don't believe it.
Not a regular guy is gonna spend that much money to do that, just to prank his neighborhood.
Okay, but you don't know. Like,
I mean, yeah, you don't know, but I wouldn't do it. Shit, I'd rather just keep my 10K and do something else.
well,
But so he does that, right? He pranks everybody, and then like he's like, all right, I got to get production in on the joke because I need them to like sell it. Like I need everyone to be like freaked out. Everybody has to see this shit, and we got to really sell this. So he does. He goes to production. Production's like, yeah, fuck yeah, we'll do it. He brings in Vinny and says, look, this is what I'm doing. I need your help because I'm gonna need you to like distract them with the game.
mm-hmm.
So he goes, he distracts them, and then all of a sudden he calls the guys like, all right, start it, and it just starts. And then all of a sudden, like this is like at midnight. So everybody's already like a little shit faced drunk.
Yeah.
Everybody's already like kind of fucked up. And then you just see all these lights going, and they're like doing these weird ass patterns, and they're going in and out, closing in. You hear like the hovering noises, and everyone starts freaking out. Dina starts like crying.
I think the
Snooki
best
starts
part
crying.
was like production was in on it. So all of a sudden, once they were like, oh my God, everybody get in the house, get in the house. Like
that's when everybody
started freaking out. That shit was a really good fucking prank. But I would be so upset too, like, because they were crying. And then, like, I was asking you too, like, oh my God, like, do you think that they called, like, their families to be like, hey, in case you get a call, it's just a prank, don't worry, or something? But I don't think they did. And I would be so upset too because, like, okay, like, Snooki and Dina were, like, calling their husbands, crying, saying, like, there's aliens, and, like, production won't let them leave the house, and, like, they're, like, crying, saying like they're gonna die.
They're like, I need my kids. Dude,
I felt so bad. Like,
and like,
I thought the prank was really, really funny, but I felt really, really bad because Dina and Snooki were crying so bad, saying that they needed to get to their kids, and like that would literally be me.
And like, there's literally like no alien there. Like, there's no like fake alien. Like, it's literally just drones in the sky. They're just hovering, and it just looks crazy. And then everybody's like, oh, now it's on this side of the house, and they're like running and back and forth, and everybody's just like, what the fuck is going on? And man, it was a really good prank. Like,
it was a really, really good prank. If I had no clue, but that was so bogus.
I promise you, if we went out to like the middle, like in like the mountains or something, like camping, and then like someone played that prank on me and didn't tell me or didn't tell anyone, I would have believed it.
Oh,
I would 100%,
sure.
but I wouldn't have been scared. I'd have been like, dude, you already know. I already told you this when we watched it. I was like, dude, aliens have been here. They can destroy us. If they're really as bad as everyone says they are, why haven't they done it?
I don't know.
You know? Exactly.
I don't know.
Exactly.
I'd rather not think about it.
I think about it all the time.
Where did they come from? Because everybody had like their different opinions too.
Everyone might think that they come from inner Earth. There's kind of like so there's like this thing where people say like there's like a civilization under the Earth, under like the Earth's equator, and there's like a fake like civilization, kind of like the Upside Down and Stranger Things. But I don't know. I think that there's like dimensions. So like, as we're talking right now, there's like another dimension where like there's another version of us talking too about us, and we're talking about them. You get what I'm saying? And like, it's just like a big old, like, everything is linear. Everything is just.
I used to think they just came from above, but then when Mike started explaining it
I was
sense. Like, what the
like,
heck?
There's literally like there's people who really believe this shit, that believe like, hey, like there's like a whole civilization right under us. And it's like, how do you get there? It's like, I don't know. I guess you just have to like dig. Nobody's really ever dug that deep to figure it out.
Yeah, that is fucking crazy. I'd rather not think about it.
I mean, if you go to like the pyramids and shit like that, like they got like hieroglyphics of like lizard people. And like, people, in my opinion, I think civilization just kind of like resets every few 100,000, every like 10,000 years.
Yeah.
It just resets. And then all of a sudden, the alien people are going to come. We're all going to die. And then life starts all over again.
Okay. Thank you for that.
But not this time, because this time if they come, we're just going to hang out. And we're like, hey.
Come on the pod.
Like, look. Let me cook you some arrachera, bro. Like, before you kill me, let me make you some arrachera. Let me take you to a Bulls game. I bet you won't have fun because they're going to lose, but let's chill.
Oh my God. Okay, the way that this episode ended, someone is knocking at the door, and then everybody was like, all right, now that's Ron. Like, but they were joking, but nobody knows that Mike actually met up with Ron, and Ron was saying that he is going to come back.
Yeah.
And I don't know if it's him at the door. I mean, it would be really fucked up if it is him at the door because the last episode ended on Sammie's birthday. So,
like, do you think
that'd be fucked up if he went on her birthday.
Like, that's the part that I'm like, okay, like, really, no one knows that Ron's gonna come back? Like, nobody knew?
No, I really don't think
Sam was coming back?
No, I think, well, Angelina was the only one. I think that was filmed, like that was
in
real
time.
Yeah, in real time, where the only person who really did know was Angelina.
But what about
because all their reactions were
genuine?
Yeah.
Okay, but what about the sled suit?
Oh my god!
This is where, like, I literally was like, look, dude, there's no fucking way. This is all set up. Okay, so Dina, kind of going back a little bit, Dina sets up like a trip where they go do like an activity where they go sledding, and then she's like, I got everyone custom suits, different suits, and Sam just happened to have a fucking suit that was custom that fit her.
She just got there the night.
But she just got there the night before, and you're telling me
I think that maybe production had it. Or maybe they ordered an additional one. I really think that their reactions were genuine.
If it was like a general neutral color, like if it was just a black one, dude, no way.
No, maybe maybe Dina didn't order it until the night before.
Dina, I was born that night, but not last night. And you're not fooling anyone.
No, I think that their reactions were honestly genuine.
Of course.
I don't know. That's a really good point, right? Like, then how the hell y'all have
this? Unless she booked it that morning and was like, it's not, unless she booked it that morning. Yeah. That's different.
Because I'm sure that they can get what they need really fast. They're on a show.
Well, I guess you're right. Because how would she be able to book it that far in advance if she was invited on this trip?
I don't know.
There's too many plots.
I know. Stories. I don't know. So
Jersey Shore, you gotta let us know, dude.
Sammie did an interview, and they asked her if Ron and her are filming together this season, and she said, "Yeah, yeah." She said, "Yeah, that there are scenes where they are filming together, and that we'll all see it like play out." So I'm so excited. I mean, she is.
You think Ron tries to get with her?
No, I don't think he tries to get with her. I think he's still in love with her, but I don't think that.
I think she's still in love with him.
I don't think that she's in love with him.
I think so.
I think that she's healed, and she's doing great. Okay. I love her. Okay. You know what? Speaking of friends, so a lot of people have been asking us, where is our friend Liz, and how come she hasn't been able to come back on the podcast? So
you're about to drop it? You're about to tell everybody?
So we can give like a little update. We can't really give much details right now. So, okay, our friend Liz, she did get herself into some legal issues, and the podcast was mentioned in the legal issues. So as of right now, she can't come back on the podcast. We actually thought that the issues would be resolved, but they're still not. So we just have to wait. Hopefully she can come back soon, because she has like a lot of new services coming to the shop. She's got a lot of great things happening for herself right now. She has a lot of great things coming, so we're really hoping that she can come back on the podcast. Until then, check out her socials, because I know she does have a micro shading course coming in November.
We'll go ahead and link them in the descriptions and stuff like that. That way you guys can make sure you guys tap in with her. She's got a lot of stuff going on, a lot of things that can give people opportunities to just make money, advance in their life and make money. So make sure you guys tune into that stuff. We'll make sure we link all her stuff.
Yep. So that's our update on our friend.
That's our update on
right
Liz.
Now we can't really give much details. Yeah, but we did want to give a little bit of an update.
That was random.
Like I thought about it because we were like talking about like friends and stuff.
Like the random man from Atlanta.
Oh my god, I am on Random Man of Atlanta TikTok. Yeah. If you're not on Random Man of Atlanta TikTok, what TikTok are you on?
He's either a super villain or he's everyone's hero. There's no in between.
I'm almost positive that he is nobody's freaking hero.
I don't know. There's a couple toxic dudes out there that are just kind of like, hey.
Oh my god.
Shout out to the piece of shit gang.
You know what? Okay, so I came across the videos first, and then I started sending them to you because they were just so freaking funny.
Yeah.
So her name is Morgan, And she just started posting like TikToks of like her and her baby, and they're just so funny. And then, you know, one day she just started, she was open about like what happened like with her baby daddy. And she started just like, you know, the TikToks of her and her daughter, she started calling them like she used to say like, oh, you know, and my baby from a random man in Atlanta. And it was just so freaking funny. It was super catchy. Like everybody loved it.
What I thought was funny about these videos was like she would like start a video and she'd be like, I'm supposed to be like this really cute mom, but I'm out here looking like someone's ashy baby mama. And just like make funny videos like that.
Real.
Yeah.
Like she is so freaking real. The reason why I started watching her too is because the videos that she makes, like you can relate to them so much. Like it's just so funny.
You're my ashy baby mama.
What the hell? It was just so funny because like she like posted these videos of like, you know, what her arms look like when she's getting a baby in and out of the car, like thousands of bags and shit to drop them off to daycare. She's
got like a laptop, all this shit.
Yeah, like a work bag, a lunch bag, like
that shit's
the
crazy.
Daycare bag. I swear, I freaking hate putting kids in car seats.
Dude, we used to put like Aria's bags in the car the night before.
Yeah.
So that we didn't have to fucking walk around like 7 bags. Yeah. I remember that shit.
I freaking hated that. I hate that. Like, especially in the summer too, because it's so freaking hot. So then, you know, she eventually, like, people were asking, like, wait, who is the dad and stuff? And she just started talking shit about her baby daddy because he left her. And I guess at the time he left her, she didn't know that he had like other baby mamas, and then eventually she found out that he had 5 other baby mamas. She thought that she was the 6th baby mama, and then she ended up finding out that she's actually the 7th.
Yeah,
that's fucking crazy.
It's crazy finding out you have like another baby mama, but like 6 more
other ones. That's fucking
crazy, dude. That guy just is fucking ridiculous.
And
that guy's fucking ridiculous.
Okay, at first, like I was like, okay, you know, 6 kids with 6 baby mamas. No, at first she said like he has like 6 other kids.
Yeah.
And then I was like, okay, like 6 other kids. Like, I don't know, maybe he got like 2 other baby mamas. No, she ended up saying like, no, he has 6 kids with 6 baby mamas. And I'm like, what the hell? Like, that's fucking crazy.
It's not even funny.
I know. And then it was so freaking funny because then every day, like, I'm on TikTok and then a new baby mama is posting their video like, hi, like my name is blah blah blah, and like I'm baby mama number whatever.
Yeah.
And then they're giving their story about how like, yeah, he was a piece of shit to me, he left me too.
Yeah. And
he cheated on me with the next baby mama. And I'm like, what the hell?
And then she'll be like, yeah, I'm the one he used for a car, I'm the one he used for a truck, I'm the one who was like
he lived with me for
buying his clothes and all this shit. And then just like all of a sudden he like shows his face and just like, this is the guy.
Like, this is the guy, because he ended up I think he made a TikTok to defend himself, and in the it was more comments than likes, and all the comments were trolling him, talking shit like crazy, like all of these women. This is the guy that has like
this like competing with Nick Cannon.
Yeah,
like how many kids? Like this guy's like competing with Nick Cannon. Like
I love TikTok. I love TikTok.
At the end of like Civilization is only gonna be like random man from Atlanta and like Nick Cannon. Those are gonna be like you're gonna be able to trace back everyone in Earth's lineage back to these 2 guys.
These women are so freaking funny. Like the comments were like, he's the Temu Nick Cannon.
Timu?
Yeah.
I don't know. It's something like that.
Temu.
I don't
know, but that is so freaking funny. Like, that is crazy.
The Make-A-Wish Nick Cannon.
Yes, and then, like, Morgan was like, I should have gotten pregnant with Nick Cannon. At least I would have, like, money and, like, child support coming in and stuff.
Yeah.
Dude, that was so freaking funny. It's messed up because, like, he was trying to, like, defend himself, but it's like, I mean, how are you going to defend yourself? You got all these kids with all these baby mamas.
You can't.
And, like, I think, like, because Morgan has said it too, like she seems so down to earth where she's like, you know, she saw all the videos of all the baby mamas and she loves them. She loves all of them, where she was like, you know, she wants to meet all of them. She thinks like she would be really good friends with them. Like they're all like mature like her. Yeah.
That's like the thing that I think is pretty cool about all that is that like they're not all fighting with each other. I mean, I don't know, they might be.
I think there's actually 2 or 3 that are fighting with each other. Yeah, I was gonna say,
I think there is like 1 or 2 that'll like go back and forth with each other just because it was like he cheated on me with you type of deal and like I loved him and all that shit. But like for the most part, like half of them are just kind of like, dude, like we're so stupid. Like I don't know how he got his.
I think that he's currently still living with like the 7th baby mama. So he actually is with that one. No.
Yeah. So you
Or
mean
the
six?
six. The six. I don't remember. I'm almost positive that Morgan is
He's
the
living with
seven,
someone.
and he's living with one of them.
This guy is
And I'm
living with
almost
someone.
positive it's the six.
Yeah.
The one right before her.
Yeah.
But I freaking love Random Man of Atlanta TikTok. Like, it is so freaking funny. I mean, there's like a couple of videos too where there's like ladies like, oh, I'm the eighth, I'm the ninth. I don't really believe those.
No,
I think those
are
are
just
fake.
trolls. Yeah, those are just trolls.
I think those are just fakes. She like said like it is the seven.
Yeah.
It is those seven, and they like broke it down. Like who was who, dude? There was even charts on TikTok. Like this is number one.
That's
with
what I'm
this
saying.
kid.
Like they were
it
making
was so freaking funny.
They were making like fucking family trees and shit like that. Like it's just funny as fuck. I'm just saying, just like, dude, like I could never do some shit like that because it's just like, bro. I think anyone who has a wife with kids or like just a baby mama, one baby mama can like hear me out on this. One is enough. Like I would not be able to do this with like 5 other girls. Like I would run away. Like I would run away. Sometimes you I'm just gonna run away.
Keep going.
And these kids are never gonna find me.
You are so annoying. The kids are never gonna find you.
The kids are never gonna find me. I'm just gonna fucking run away right now.
What the hell?
So this guy's doing that with like 7 fucking girls. I'm just like, dude. You're crazy,
well, he doesn't
bro.
pay child support to any of them.
He pretty much pumps and dumps and just dips.
Yeah, that's fucking crazy. And it's crazy because all these kids look alike.
Yeah, but then it's like if you actually are like involved and then like you have all this baby mama drama, dude, you're crazy.
Yeah, that's fucked up.
You can never work a real job.
Is that all the women that he's gotten pregnant, all of these women are mature and they are independent and they are taking care of themselves.
Well, those are the ones he targets.
Those are the ones he targets.
Those are the ones he has a type. He picks and chooses like, okay, like this girl is like, he almost kind of like vets these girls out. Like, okay, you have a job. Okay, you got good credit. Okay, cool. Pump, dump, get my car, dip. And then he just runs off to the next one. And it's just like crazy. And I'm just like, dude, like this guy's psycho. Yeah. Like how do you live with yourself? Like even like with like 2 kids. To
have all these kids around the world too.
With 2 kids, I'm like, dude, I don't even know how I'm enough. Like, how can I be enough for 2 kids? Like, I still have to like, be able to juggle that. And he's got 7?
That's crazy.
At some point, you just don't have to. There's going to be like 2 or 3 kids that you're just not going to give a fuck about.
Mm-hmm. I mean, all of them. Except for the one that he lives with.
Yeah, apparently. Sadly. But like, it's going to come down to that. Like, where like, you're just going to have to like be like, all right, well, you're cool. You're cool. You're cool. Fuck you. You're cool.
That's so messed up. What do you think about those who don't pay child support?
What do I think?
Yeah.
It depends on what the situation is.
Okay. So you're going to play that card.
Okay. So my thing is like, okay, if you and your baby mama have an agreement of like, okay, you take care of this and you take care of that, and then it's cool. Yeah, I don't think child support needs to be needed because he's already contributing to the relationships and shit like that. But I think that if you're a piece of shit and you have 5 kids and you legit don't take care of any of them and you work a real job and your baby mama comes for you, I mean, shit, bro. I mean, what do you expect? Yeah. I mean, she didn't make them alone. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, I get it. Like, there's this whole thing where like, men feel like they should, if they don't want to, they don't, how the fuck do I say this? Like, if they don't want the baby, they shouldn't have to be responsible for the baby. But I'm also like, all right, but like, if you have 5 kids, you kind of, at some point, you're just kind of like, I wanted more kids. So you gonna have to have some responsibility for these kids. Mm-hmm. Like, you have to take accountability and shit. And I think that shit just happens like a shit as a man. Like, dude, you really, like, you're really gonna be out here doing all these things and going out and doing all this shit, and you're not gonna take care of your kids? Yeah. Like, how do you call yourself a man?
You know what is so freaking funny? She said she was laughing because she's like, now how did TikTok find her baby daddy before the child support people?
Women were
because
different.
She filed for like the child support people, but they are saying like they can't find him, that he's not living where he said he's living, and stuff like that. Well, see, that's the thing.
It's like, this is where like it gets weird because it's like, I don't think they're allowed to use social media to like pinpoint people, because I'm sure it's easy as fuck to find someone like that. Mm-hmm. I think it'd probably be easier to go on someone's Facebook or go on someone's TikTok or Instagram and be like, oh, he just tagged himself in fucking downtown LA. I'm gonna just go to downtown LA, wherever the last place he was at, and I'm just go get him. Yeah. Versus like going to an address. Oh, he doesn't live here anymore. Okay, well, that's it.
Yeah. Yeah. That shit is so freaking funny.
Yeah.
I love Morgan's TikTok. I love her. She's a queen. Her and Gigi, her baby.
Who the fuck is Gigi?
The
I was like,
baby.
who's Gigi? Dude, TikTok's been just fucking on fire this week.
Yeah.
So like me and Belinda were like scrolling through TikTok, and we like run into like this like weird part of TikTok where it's music TikTok, and it was pretty much like there was like this video that was like Drake and SZA have been going back and forth at each other, answering each other's fucking songs for like the past 10 years. And we're just like, what the fuck? And then you start listening to all these songs and like everything that like it like he says one thing in one song, she says another thing in another song, and you're just like, that's crazy.
I was shocked. Like I was like looking into all of it. Like I was like, why? Like could it really be?
But this all started because he had a song with 21 Savage called Mr. Right Now, where he's like I used to date SZA back in 2008. And nobody knew that. And I think it was like at the time that he said that, everybody was like, what the fuck? He dated SZA back in 2008? Like that's such a weird like that can't be true. And then she came out and confirmed, yeah, that's true. We dated. And there were reports that said that like she was mad about it, that he would say some shit like that. But then there was other reports that were like, oh, she doesn't care because like whatever, like good for him. He's in his part of his career. I'm in my part of my career. But it all started like that. And then all it took was just people going back and forth like, okay, like this song sounds eerily similar to Marvin's Room. Like she has a song with Travis Scott, who is her current boyfriend, where like the cadence of the song is like Marvin's Room. And it's like almost like the women's version or like the women's answer to what that song is. Cause like in that song, he's like, you know, you're with that dude. I know he's a good dude, but fuck him. I know you still think about us and all this. And I was with a bunch of bitches and I had sex 4 times this week and all that stuff. And then there's like her part where she's like, I know you're having sex with women and this and that. And I know I should have moved on.
Once I heard it and I like heard it all together, I was like,
and then you can kind of just hear like how like the songs go back and forth and just like,
I was shocked.
She has, what was it? Seek and Destroy. And then he has Search and Rescue. Like, just all this crazy shit and just like I'm for it too. I like this.
Me too.
I like this. And then like even on his song, like what was it, Controller, where it's like a more of a dance song. He's like saying some shit and then she like answers it like, oh, you're trying to control me and this and I'm just like, what the fuck? Like
I'm for it.
Like I'm for it though. I'm petty. I'll do that too.
I'm for the both of them.
If I could sing and rap, I'd be petty like that too.
You know what? I'm living for her. She is living because she had that video that released with Justin Bieber. I'm not a Justin Bieber fan.
You're not a believer?
I am not, but I'm even more not a Hailey Bieber fan. I'm Team Selena for life. So I was for it because everybody was like, damn, I know Hailey, like she's depressed right now after seeing this video and like she's hating. There
was more people than just Justin Bieber in that song.
Yeah, but
there's other guys.
Like
but like that was the one that like caught everybody's attention because
that
like
specific scene,
you know. And then there was like funny videos like on TikTok.
I know
like,
Hailey was pissed at home.
Like like out of all the men in the industry, you picked this skinny ass little white boy.
Yeah.
Like what's he gonna do?
Yes.
Like this scrawny little white boy and all this shit.
And you know what? A lot of people were like, "Oh no, he's just acting. Like he's doing it for the video."
They were like the sexual attention.
Absolutely not.
I don't know.
Absolutely not.
I don't know.
I know Hailey was pissed at her house. Good.
I know she was mad. She had to have been mad.
Yeah.
Because it was weird. Like, and there was like that fucking trended for like a week where like everybody was just like, oh, I'm a believer again. I'm this, I'm that. Like, and then there was like the whole other side that was just like, dude, he's whack. Like, why'd you pick him? And all this shit.
That was me.
Yeah. But it was just crazy because like, I think the one that like really stands out the most is the one where she's answering Marvin's Room. And that but it was like a fucked up. I don't know if she really is or not, but it sounds like it. But it's crazy because it's on a song with her current boyfriend, Travis Scott.
I know that's the thing too, where I was like, I don't know, because why would she do it like on his song and stuff? Well, I don't know.
Some people don't care about shit like that. Some people have 7 random kids in Atlanta. You know, so it all started on Mr. Right Now. And then it goes back to Come and See Me with Party Next Door and Drake. And then it was SZA Used. And then that one goes back and forth. And then it even said Snooze. All these, like, there's way more than like fucking 10 songs, like already. Where they're just going back and forth.
Yeah. For years. How many years has it
been? It's what, 2023, 2011. I don't know, like 11 years?
I don't know.
12 years? My math, I don't know. I don't know how to do math. My math ain't
I don't know.
math. Like 12
I don't know,
years.
but
Like 12 years.
it's been a couple years. It's been a couple years.
More than a couple years.
I love that.
More than a couple years.
I'm for it.
Dude, that's crazy.
Yeah. All right. Well, thank you guys so much for joining us for today's episode. We'll see you on the next one.